Hey, what's up, guys? Hi, Miss Julia. How are you? I think this week we finally did it. I think I finally got YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok all live at the same time. So, uh, can you guys confirm? Number one, can you hear me? And number two, do you have any feedback? Am I echoing at all? That has always been my problem when I try to do it across all of the platforms is I always get feedback and there's like a lot of echo and then it starts like screeching at each other. So if you guys could confirm that like in the comments and let me know like, hey, I'm here and you're not echoing, I would love it. So we have a lot of stuff going on. And it's like all of the stuff that we've been like working on is finally coming where I get to like show you guys, show you all the stuff I've been working on, all the fun stuff that's coming. I cannot wait for you guys to like, if you are a current Bling Box subscriber or you get our emails, you guys found out a couple days ago or yesterday that the new collab boxes, literally this is the Bling Box of the year. If you have been on the fence about checking out the Bling boxes, you're not sure what they're about, you're not sure about all this stuff, like I'm telling you guys, this is the box to get. This is the box to get. Don't miss this one. Right now, we do have a early bird promo that we are running on that box. So, the value of this box is over $150. And right now, our early bird promo saves you $30 and there's free shipping. That is going to run until the 10th. And then let me tell you a little bit about what is in the boxes or what you're going to get with that. And first, let me say hi to everyone. I see there is a bunch of comments. So Miss Julia from Pennsylvania, how are you? Miss Teresa. Oh, Teresa, I have your box. I'm not sure if you saw my email. Miss Renee is here. Diana, how are you? Miss Jessica, how are you, honey? Vicky is here, and Maddie is from Maine. Well, welcome. Welcome. 1 second. It's telling me I can't go live on TikTok, so I have to refresh the screen. 1 second. All right, we're going to see what it does over there. I'm going to let it do its thing. It's going to restart. So if you were on TikTok, hopefully you're able to come over here. So the collab boxes, I have literally been working on these for months. I have been working with some amazing brands to get projects together, to get items together. The projects that we are doing are going to be like super fun, super amazing. The rhinestone colors that I put together for them is super awesome. I literally cannot wait for you guys to get these boxes. So there is 7 brands, 8 including Bling Your Things, that are going to have items or products featured in the boxes. There is a total of 7 different projects, and technically there might be 8 depending upon how you look at it. Literally everything in there can be rhinestoned. It is going to include the 7 projects, all of the rhinestones that you need to make those projects, patterns, printed patterns, vinyl patterns, and there's probably a lot of, and all the supplies that you're going to need to make these items. You literally should not need a thing to make all 7 of the items that are going to be in the box. Then on top of that, we are going to be having, so the boxes will ship on November 5th. Then the week after, on that Monday, I think it's the 10th, we will do our unboxing. Like we normally do, and then we'll have kind of like a quick tutorial that night, probably of like a smaller project that is in the box. Then the whole rest of that week, we are going to have tutorials every single day that week. Some days we're going to be having 2 tutorials during the day. They're all going to be live on TikTok, or not on TikTok, on YouTube, sorry. They will all be live on YouTube. So you will be able to rewatch them. Like if you're not able to join during the day when we're doing them, you will be able to go back and rewatch them. Several of the brands that are participating with items in the box are also joining us on those lives to work on those projects, do them together, tell you about their businesses, all of that stuff. And a good bit of them also provided promotional discounts only for you guys that are getting the boxes. So you guys, that is a perk of getting the boxes too. And some of the discounts are like amazing. So you guys literally don't, like, I tell you all the time, like, grab a box. You don't want to miss this one because, you know, I love them all. But this box is literally the box, the bling box of the season. You're going to be mad at yourself if you don't get this box. So over the course of like this week, next week, I will be kind of doing some like rollouts of announcing the brands that will be featuring items in the boxes, as well as talking about the tutorial schedule, what we're going to be doing. The items that are in the box, though, are going to be like our normal boxes. It will still be like a mystery until you get your box. But yeah, any questions about that, feel free to let me know. The best place to ask questions, get answers to your questions the quickest is over in our Facebook group, which is Bling Your Things Rhinestones. We've kind of had like an influx of people asking to join that group as well, but I'm having to decline a lot of people because they are not answering the questions if they agree to the group rules. If you don't agree to the group rules, your request will get declined. If you requested to join and you got declined because you didn't answer the questions, go back and answer the question that you agree to the group rules, and then we can let you in there. So any questions about any of that? I'm going to try to get us back on TikTok while you guys think of your questions, and then give me 5 to 7 seconds, hopefully. No. All right. You are on live now. Continue hosting live. Okay. Oh, so I think it came back. They probably just can't see me. They can just see what is going on over here. They're only on this screen. So that is awesome. What I'm going to work on tonight is I have a project for someone that I need to get done in a fairly short amount of time. So I'm going to start working on that. And then while we're doing that, we also have a super awesome giveaway that I am putting the finishing touches on that will be starting very soon. And I'm going to tell you guys about that too. So stick around and we'll do that. Let's switch over to just this camera so you guys can see that. And again, if you have not gotten the collab box, the early bird discount is till the 10th. It is $30 off right now. And where were we at today? We were just over a quarter. I think we had 40 boxes sold already in the first 2 days. So I had a feeling that they would sell out. I just, like, you guys are tracking that it's going to sell out like way faster than I thought it was going to. So literally, like, if you want it, I'm not kidding. Like, don't wait. Probably in the next week and a half or so, they will be sold out. Like, that is my guess. So go get it while it's on the early bird, and only lasts until the 10th. But let me switch you over here and look at this TikTok thing again. If you all are on TikTok and you can't hear me, see me, I'm sorry. Come join us over on YouTube because TikTok is not liking me tonight. All right, 1 second. Oh, and you guys see over here, I had asked you guys in the group if I had gotten bulk rhinestones, like bulk packages, what colors you guys would want. So I looked at all of those and I took kind of like the top color and size comments, and I got them. They are literally here. I just need to put them on the website, and give me until like probably like the middle of next week with everything else going on. So we will now have bulk bags of rhinestones. And so these are a couple of the examples. Like this is SS6, and this is 100 gross of SS6. I'll try to show you guys on YouTube or on TikTok if you can see me too. Jamie, are you on TikTok too? Like it keeps giving me this error. I know you were there that last week, which is why I'm asking. It keeps giving me this, like it keeps like refreshing my screen saying like you can't go live, rejoin, and then I rejoin, and then like 4 minutes later it does it again. Would you mind checking and letting me know, like, is it still showing and I'm just getting that error? Like, I don't know. Okay, so there is bulk bags of SS6, then there is bulk bags of SS10, SS16, and SS20. So I'm pretty sure these are all 100 gross bags of each size. So these are going to be available if you are somebody who works on a lot of projects and you need a lot of the same color. This is going to be the way to go. It is going to save you a lot of money compared to buying, like if you needed 100 gross of rhinestones, you'd have to buy 10 gross bags. And these bags, you'll be able to order one and get your full 10 gross and save money by getting the bigger sizes. So there is probably about 8 or 9 colors that I got in SS20, SS16, 10, and 6. So these are coming by like the middle of next week. If you have something that you need before that happens, message me, info@blingyourthings.com, and I will check if we have what you need, and you can get them before they even go live. Not live over there. All right, I will try it one more time, and then I'm just gonna give up on it. So yeah, let me switch over to just this one. We are going to work on this makeup brush, and I'm going to rhinestone this. And yeah, and then we'll talk about our giveaway. So if you guys have any questions about anything, post them in the comments and we will get to them. All right, that is trying to reload the TikTok thing. I thought I had it too. I'm so like disappointed. I thought I had everything. I was like going, and I was like, there we are. I thought I had like everything, and I was like, oh my god! After how many weeks have I been trying to do this, and I finally got it? Nope, it wants to be a pain in my booty. So, all right. I had some other stuff that I was doing too that I wanted to show you guys. One of the boxes we had a couple months ago had these items in there. They had the bottle openers from Makerflow, and I'm going to be putting together like some info on these for, especially for people who are looking to start a business or add additional items to their rhinestone business that they can sell. These are honestly a pretty big money maker for me. I tend to sell these, like I have a lot of like realtors in my area. So these go over fairly well with the realtors for personalized closing gifts for their clients. And what we do a lot is on one side, we will monogram it with the person's initials, or if it's like a new couple, we will put like their new monogram on this side, and then I will rhinestone it. Like they'll ask them, you know, kind of like what colors do you like, and then I will rhinestone it. So the bottle opener itself from Makerflow, these come in like a 12 pack, and they are just under $2 a piece. Then I do sublimate it. There is a like square design that Makerflow has available on their website with the size that you need. The only thing is you just have to be careful that when you put your logo on here, you put it so that it's not going to go over this part where the bottle opener is going to go. You do need to leave that section blank. And then you heat press this. I believe the time is 380 for 100 seconds. So you can print up to 9 of the designs on one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And the paper, after you print it with sublimation, this is a couple cents. Like it's less than probably 50 cents of total cost to print these, and you can make 9 of them. So then if you get a bag of custom mix, each bag is going to do about 4 sides. So you could do one of these by doing both sides, or well, actually you could do 2 of these doing both sides, or you can do 4 of them doing one side. So the average cost of a bag of custom mix is anywhere from $10 to $12. So divide that by 4, even if we go with the high end and say it is 12 bucks, divide that by 4, that's $4. So in total cost, we have $2 for the bottle opener, probably 50 cents in print cost, and let's just round that up to $1.50, because then we also have electricity costs, your time you're putting into that prep time to get it ready to do the design. So we're going to be conservative and say $1. So now we have what? $2 for the bottle opener, around $1 in print costs, say $2 more in kind of like overhead, and then we're going to use 1/4 of this bag to make that. So that's $3. So where were we at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So under $10 to make this, and I sell these for a minimum of $40. So depending upon how much, and that's just for like this, just a single scatter fill on one side with a sublimation print on this side, $40. If they want it done on both sides and they want, say, the monogram rhinestone, that's an additional cost. That's additional time, additional rhinestones, and it's more detailed. You're putting a lot more time into doing the smaller detail on the monogram. So for those, it's a minimum $10 to $15 upcharge for adding a rhinestone monogram on this side. If they just want it sublimated, it would be the same cost. But if they want that monogram rhinestone, minimum $10 to $15. So now we're looking at $40 to $55 for one personalized bottle opener. So if you are somebody who is looking to add smaller, quicker items to rhinestone to your offering for your business, these can be huge for you. And most times once you get into like one realtor's office, a lot of the other ones will be like once one realtor sees it, then the other ones see it, and they see how excited their clients are about it, then they start asking you for them as well. So to get into that type of office, what you can do is you could make one as a sample and I would recommend putting the logo of the business on there. You do have to be careful with like recreating logos and stuff like that, but you are creating this for promo. You're going to give it to that office for free. You're not charging them. You just want to give them an example. You will have under $10 in costs to create this, to give them a quality sample of your product. They could use this as display, but people will literally start to see the sparkle and shine on it, and it is going to catch them, and they are going to want to ask questions. So make a couple of these, drop them off at realtors' offices. bring your cards with you, bring some type of contact information. Even take like an order form with you and like be ready for them to give you the sale when you go there that day. Like be prepared to take an order from them, but at least make sure that they have your contact information so that they can contact you later. If you don't have a website, you could set up an Etsy store, or you can set up a store on like Square. You can set up a like online ordering that way. Or there is like a free, it's kind of like a website, but it's really just a shopping cart. It's called Equid, and that is free. I mean, I will have to double check that. They might be charging a fee now, but the last time I was using that, it was free, and it's literally, you can create all your products, you can add it to there, you can add a little bit of information and set it up similar to a website, but it's literally just a shopping cart so that you can add your items and people can check out, and there is a payment processor on the back end. So that is something that you can do that is very it should be free the last time I checked, but don't quote me, I haven't used it in a while. And even if they are charging a fee, it's very low cost. So these are a really quick item to rhinestone that have a pretty big profit margin built into them. So there's those. And I did this like one side as far as like time wise and rhinestoning. These will take you anywhere from a half hour to maybe 45 minutes, just depending upon how much detail and small rhinestones you are putting in them. So there's that. All right, let me get these out the way. And several people had asked me about a kind of like a kit for starting. They were like, well, you have this info about the tools that I need to start. And I really didn't have anything that had all of that stuff put together. So I did put together like a tool starter kit. And those kits are $15. They include the small fusion tack tube. You get 2 alcohol prep pads. You get a wax pencil. You get 2 trays. You get a piece of sandpaper. And was that it? 1, 2. Oh, and then you get a 5 ml syringe with 2 20-gauge blunt tip needles. So that is what comes in all of those. And there's like a savings by ordering it that way too. So what was the name? And so Julia is asking, would you be able to use that design on vinyl instead of sublimation? You can definitely put on these, you could definitely put vinyl on them. This is an item though that, just remember, it is going to get tossed around. When people are opening bottles, they are probably not paying attention to how delicately they are handling this. So the vinyl, and especially because it's going to be probably items that are wet, potentially alcohol, people are going to be chucking this thing around. And the vinyl, when it gets wet, it doesn't necessarily last as long as sublimation. So you can use it, but the sublimation is the better option for as far as like long term. But you could use vinyl on it as well. Which website, Renee? This one? Our website, blingyourthings.com? Or are you talking about where to get the bottle openers? These are from makerflow.com. And they come in like a pack of 12. They do have regular metal ones too. They have like the plain metal ones, or they have the sublimation ones. The sublimation ones are white. The other thing is, if you don't have a sublimation printer, you can color these. Like I colored this side, the side that I rhinestone on, I just colored that with a Sharpie so that I was giving it some background color. You can also add background color by putting mica powder or glitter into your glue. You can do it that way too. Oh, the shopping cart one. It is called Equid. ECWID. Equid. And it's literally just like a shopping cart. And you're able to attach like a payment processor to it so that you can process credit cards. I believe that they took PayPal, like PayPal payments, and this time they probably take like Google Pay and Apple Pay and stuff like that, because you can attach like a Stripe payment processor to it. So it's literally the same as having a website. You just don't have like all the web pages and a home page and all of that stuff. But you could set it up to look like that. It's just technically not exactly what it is. So, all right. I will make a note and I will try to look it up. I probably should have looked it up before we start talking about it, so I apologize. But I like when I first started selling items, I was selling decals and hotfix rhinestone apparel. Um, that was the cart that I used for my like website, was Equid. All right, what are we doing? We are doing. We're gonna see if TikTok lets me go live again. All right, we are going to be doing this makeup brush, and it might be hard because the lighting is kind of odd in here. This part of it is like a shiny silver, and then right here in the center is black, and this material is kind of like a matte. It kind of feels like rubbery, but it's a matte rubbery. It's not slick, it's not glossy. And then on this side is also the same as that as far as the like silver, the shiny silver glitter. So this is an item that the person is going to use. So I'm going to use a different kind of glue because it's going to have makeup, different types of dirt. It's probably not going to get cleaned a lot. I'm going to use Bob Smith 2-part epoxy on this. This is a 1-to-1 mixture, and you get about 30 minutes of work time before it starts to cure and harden. So I'm going to use that. For rhinestones, I'm going to be using our silver. These are kind of like jet hematite, but they're not as dark. They're more of a shiny metallic color. I did a project with them the other day, and I was trying. I had this idea that I was going to use these next to crystal, and literally, when you have crystal next to these, you can't tell the difference. But if they're separate, if you have crystal and then these, you can totally tell the difference because these are metallic, and crystal gives off more of like um, a rainbowy sparkle. But if you put them together, you literally can't tell the difference between the two of them. It was a great optical illusion. So one of these packs, I kind of already have a good bit of, or at least I thought I had a mix already. Maybe I don't. What did I do with it? Hold on, it's probably over here. Because I had just did that. Is this you guys? Do you have, oh, I was starting on this project. So I'm going to set it all off over here so that it's together when I'm ready to go work on it. So all of this was for my popcorn tumbler. So all of that is together. Here's the other half. Then What do I have in this one? That is transparent. I forgot what I was doing there. This one was our pencil kit that we started, and that is as far as I got. All the rhinestones are in there. Here is last month's project, the Post-it note holder with the Taylor Swift inspired mix. Showgirl, never finished that one. Is that you guys? Like, raise your hand. Raise your hand in the comments. Is that you? Do you have 13 different random projects laying around? Yeah, this is the stuff for that pencil holder. I'm trying to find those silvers. I don't know where I put them. I had a mix already. It had a bunch of SS4s in it, which is what I need. Goodness, give me 1 second. Oh. Hold on, let me grab a multi-pack. Oh no. All right, sorry about that. Okay. We are going to use this to do that, and I'm going to put these in here. They're right in front of my face. I'm like, where's my scissors? This is one thing that I really love about the hive trees is when you are using a multi-size pack, you can sort out all of the different sizes really quickly, and you can still keep them all in the same area, and you don't end up with 6 different trays. Because I don't know about y'all, but I knock stuff over. And when I got 6 trays sprawled across my work area, I tend to spill even more. Oh, and Teresa, did I tell you? I think I did. I might have forgot. I emailed you your box for October is ready to pick up whenever you are free. You could probably stop by any day. You could stop by tomorrow or any day next week except for Monday and Tuesday morning. Just let me know what time, and I will make sure that I am here. And I do have to go your way if you wanted me to drop it off. I could do that for you too. So, let's see. Julia usually has 2 or more tumblers going at a time. Jamie finished her boo cup. Oh my god, that boo cup, I've taken that a couple places and like everybody loves it. Everybody loves like how like bright it is. Well, I guess TikTok just doesn't like me. It's like, nope, you can't go live over here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the Bob Smith is a 1-to-1 mixture. I usually do right around a pea-size amount of each one. You don't need like a whole lot of this to apply your rhinestones. So I don't like making like a big batch of it that is going to get wasted. So I find that if I use about a pea-size amount of each one, that is enough that I can work with in the allotted work time that you have after you've mixed this. When you are working with this epoxy, you do need to make sure that you mix it really well. I usually try to give it about a 45-second to 60-second mix time. If you're not mixing it well enough, you will find that it reduces your work time and the mixture is going to start getting harder in a quicker time than the 30 minutes. And you're not going to get a full 30 minutes of work time. It's probably about 25 minutes in actuality. At about that 25-minute mark, it's going to start hardening up and you're not going to be able to like pick it up. It's not going to be malleable anymore. So and then I usually just a couple times try to push it all back to the center to make sure that I'm getting it all mixed up in there. And it will kind of turn, I'm not sure if you could see, it'll kind of turn like a milky color when it is mixed. If it doesn't look like a kind of like milky white, then it's probably not mixed enough. All right. So I am going to start. I am going to start on probably this end because it is bigger. And I am going to scuff this up just a little bit. I just want to sand it enough to try to get the glossiness off. Oh, and then one of the other things that is coming that I think I've mentioned, but I didn't really give a lot of details about, is we are going to be doing a giveaway for a silhouette cameo. I have a couple of them, and I am working out the details of how we will do that. I'm just using rubbing alcohol to clean this off, to get the dust and stuff off from where I just sanded it. But I have a silhouette cameo that we are going to do as a giveaway. And then there will be some rhinestones that go with it. And probably a few other items, like probably a Maker Flow tumbler, maybe a vinyl design, or maybe a sublimated design. I'm not sure which one yet, but I think it'll be a vinyl design, because then you can make it with the cameo. So if that will be coming in the next, I won't say a couple of days, but at least in the next week, I'm going to be sharing details about how you can enter to win that. It will be super easy. So that is exciting. All right, so I'm going to take this is like a lip gloss applicator. You might see some people try to be fancy and call it like a doe foot applicator. So I kind of just pick it up. I just pick up a little bit, and when I'm picking it up, I'm kind of like turning with it. And then I'm going to apply a thin layer to my item. And because this is like bristles, I just want to make sure that I don't get any of this epoxy into the makeup bristles. So I'm not going to go like all the way to the edge with it, just enough. You're kind of like painting it on. You don't want it too thick, but you don't want it super thin either. Just enough so that then when you put your rhinestone on top of it, it's going to kind of like squish out a little bit and hug the sides of the rhinestone. There's kind of like a little divot in here, and I don't want to put rhinestones in that divot. So I'm just scraping that off. This is just Post-its. I got these at like the Dollar Tree. A lot of times I'll just use like scrap paper. Oh shoot. Sometimes I keep like scrap paper of stuff. If it's like the thicker kind of like cardstocky paper, I keep it, and then I just cut it up into squares, and I will use it to mix on. The other thing that I like to use a lot is note cards, like 3x5 note cards. Oh goodness, it like blends in. I can't even see it. Can you guys see? All right, so what am I using here? I think these are the 12s. And I'm just going to do a straight line. To create my like outline. In God's honest truth, I cannot see where I already put the epoxy down. All right, I think I can see it now. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? You just started your boo cup? It's almost Halloween. You got to get her done. And she was a 14 ounce, so she shouldn't take you too long. So yeah, those of you guys who said that you got yours done, please post them in the group, and then maybe we can motivate the other people in the group to get theirs finished too. So I'm going to do this in just a honeycomb fill on this side with the 12s, and then because it's tapered, I'll just taper down the sizes, and on the bottom half of it I will do a scatter fill. Oh, and I need your guys' help. Can you see that? I don't like cleaning either. I need your guys' help. So I am making something, and the transfer tape that it is on is high. It's like high tech, I guess. And the item that I am putting it on is kind of like paper. It's thick. It has kind of like a paper-y finish. So I put the transfer down, and then when I go to pull the transfer tape back up, it's ripping that papery finish with it, and it's like ruining the item. What I was doing is I was taking the design, the transfer tape with the design, and I was literally sticking it to my arm. So I don't know if you guys can see. I got a allergic reaction from the tape or from the vinyl or whatever it was from doing that. So I need to do this for a multiple amount of items, and I can't stick it to my arm, obviously. I tried sticking it to like a sheet, like fabric, but it wasn't taking off enough of the stickiness to prevent the damage. Damage was still happening. I can't quite use a towel because the towel has lint on it. I need to be able to still transfer the vinyl that is attached to the transfer tape after I get the transfer tape like less sticky. So, do you guys have any tips, tricks, hacks? What do you all do when you need to, I guess, dull down a high tack tape? You guys got any tricks for me? And see, I've tried sticking it to a couple different things, and I have to be careful because if I press too hard, the vinyl transfers to the item that I'm sticking it to try to de-stick or less stickiness the tape, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22. Like I still need to be able to transfer the decal that's on the tape. So if y'all got any tips or you think of anything, or you know somebody in your family who is like the guru on being like, oh my god, yeah, you should try this, and it always works, like ask them for me. Ask them for their feedback. I need y'all's expertise. I'll try sticking it to my shirt, Renee. I did that a couple times, and the vinyl part kept sticking to the part of my shirt. What I was thinking about doing was getting wearing like a pair of my yoga pants that are kind of like the rayon-ish material, not the ones that are like cotton. Thinking that maybe that would make it less sticky, but make the vinyl not stick to it. I'm not sure. I'm open to anything at this point. I will try all of your ideas. There is no bad idea at this point. Sorry, hold on one second. I gotta turn on my fan in here. It is getting a little warm. Hi, Miss Regina. How are you? Welcome. We are working on a makeup brush that I am doing for a client. I'm using a 2-part epoxy, which is a Bob Smith 30-minute. I mixed it up. I applied it to my item in a very thin layer. And now I am applying silver SS12s in a honeycomb pattern. And if you're new, you probably don't know who I am. My name is Shannon. I am the owner of Bling Your Things. We do lots of projects together. We do tutorials. I try to do them every week. Sometimes I get off my schedule. But our group is all about helping everyone, helping answer your questions, helping with projects as you have them. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, which is Bling Your Things Rhinestones, you should go join over there. We have almost 10,000 people in our group of like-minded rhinestone women, and everyone is happy to help. share ideas, give you feedback, all of that good stuff. So that is going to be the best place to go and ask questions, get your questions answered, as well as find creativity for new ideas and all of that stuff. So if you have any questions tonight, feel free to post them in the comments and I will try to answer them. So right now I got almost to the end and my rhinestones aren't fitting like just they're not naturally just fitting. So I'm going to go ahead and push this last line down and then I'm going to push each row that way and kind of evenly space them out so that I'm not cramming another row of stones in here. Because it is okay to have gaps in between your rhinestone. You do not need to cover every single little crevice. It is quite okay. And honestly, we're probably the only people who see those little gaps anyway. So don't be so hard on yourself, guys. Plus, if you're doing this and you're selling your items, the more rhinestones you're adding, the thicker or the more packed your fill is, the more that's costing you to make the item. Now, if the customer's paying you premium dollar for that, then hey, put as many on there as you can. But at the same time, it's not always necessary to cover every single little crack and crevice. Because if there is little gaps, it is going to look fine. So that is what we have so far. And then, oh my gosh, we're almost at an hour, guys. So I think I will let this section like firm up and dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and check and make sure that I didn't miss any questions. Let me where are we? Yada yada yada. So Regina is a newcomer to the world of rhinestones. She got the bling box. She's excited, but she's concerned that it might be a bit too advanced. So the whole week after the boxes come out, we're going to have live tutorials on YouTube the whole week. The whole week we will have tutorials going through all of the items that we will be working on in the box. I will be teaching you guys how to make those items, how to rhinestone them. We have a couple of the brands who have items in the boxes that are also joining us, and some of them have never rhinestoned themselves. So we will hold your hand every step of the way to help you create those items and be able to use the items that are in the box. As well as if you're in our Facebook group, you can always ask your questions over there and we will help you. And a lot of times, if I see kind of like the same question or you reach out to me individually, I can't, when we do our weekly lives, I can help address your question individually when I do the live, because I'm sure if you have that question, other people also have that question. So we are here to help you. The Facebook group, like I said, there's almost 10,000 people in there, and everyone is super helpful. Everyone's always willing to help. So feel free to post your questions and we will answer them. And a lot of times, like I said, I will get on our weekly live and I will answer your questions individually. And on YouTube, you can always go back and rewatch those videos. Sometimes it might be a little difficult finding out which video is which because it's on the live. But there's a ton of videos that you can go back through and you'll be able to rewatch them, stop them, pause them, rewind them, do all that stuff. If you have, like, if something's giving you like a hiccup or whatever, that you'll be able to get through it. So do not feel like it is more advanced for you as a beginner, because we will be here to help you along the way. So I'm glad, I'm excited for you that as your first box and you're new, that is the box that you're going to get. We might be setting the bar a little high on that one. So just know that that is a special box. That is not what every box is like, but all of our boxes are really awesome. Anyway, and I didn't even talk about that. So with everything else going on, when did the regular October boxes went out on the 1st, which was what, yesterday. So I will be doing the unboxing for those next Tuesday. And again, in the group, I will have another post like we have been doing prior to the unboxing, that if you comment on that post and you join us on the live, you will be entered to win a mix pack from that month. I will pick a name. You just have to join us on the live to win that, and I will ship it out to you free of charge. So keep an eye out for that too. The collab box, like we were talking about in the beginning, the biggest box that I've done, the biggest box this year. You do not want to miss it. It is currently on early bird for 30 bucks off. That ends on the 10th. So literally don't wait on that one. And I will be revealing the brands that are participating, as well as giving you some sneak peeks of the items that are in the box. So stay tuned. And I will see you all on Tuesday. And if you're a TikTok person, hopefully by then I'm able to figure that part out again. Because it was like, again, this week, it wanted to say, hey, you can join. But then once you join, no, you can't. We're not going to let you. So one of these days, guys, I will get it. All right. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to try to get this finished because this one has to get shipped out fairly soon. And I will see you all on Tuesday for the unboxing. Bye, guys.